I was born in India, and my family immigrated to the US in like the early 80s, and we grew up in Boston. But my parents, they always wanted us to have like a connection back to India and know the culture, the language, the food. So that was really the driving force of me starting the Chaat company. And Chaat is, like everyone knows what tapas are in this country, right? Chaat is like a broad category of street snacks in India. I remember my parents, my dad worked, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and we would scrape together, my parents would scrape together money. We'd get 4 tickets on Air India or Pan Am or Lufthansa or whatever. And we'd spend our entire summer vacations, like June, July, August, back in India. And it was like, I wanted to, obviously like any other American kid, I wanted to spend time with my friends here in the US. I wouldn't say I loved it at the time, right? There are some parts of it that I liked, but as I got older, went to college, got married, have two kids. Where are my kids at? My 2 kids, 2 daughters running around. Those opportunities to go back to India became less and less frequent, right? You just don't have the time to spend like 3 months and immerse yourself like in one particular country, whether it's India or anywhere else. You just don't have time to do that, right? I felt like I really wanted to reconnect with my ethnic past, right? And also like make some money out of it, right? I didn't want this to be just a passion project. I wanted to build something significant. Let's go check out the Chaat Company's production facility in central New Jersey here. Let's go. So we're gonna want to introduce you to one of my right-hand guys and our chef, Colby Zito. He's a culinarian and manages all of our production at the facility here. He really helps me take the flavors from my memories in the streets of India and translates it for, the mass. So let's go meet him. Come on in. What's up?
How you doing?
This is Colby.
Hey, how's it going?
There you go.
My name is Colby Zito. I am the white guy of the Chaat Company. I come from a restaurant world. I actually used to own my own place in the East Village. To me, what's exciting about Indian food and Chaat specifically is this balance of sweet and salty and savory and pungent. Daily, I'm in charge of production, making sure that everything we make is food safe, everything gets done logistically, but also obviously, and the thing I'm most excited about is making sure that the quality is there. I want every snack pack to be as delicious as the prototype, as delicious as the first one you've tried, to the next one you've tried. So a lot of what I do is quality assurance. I make sure that everything's delicious, which is one of my favorite things to do. It's just basically a world of different tastes that I think in American food, whatever that means, you don't really get to see as much. So we took something that was very Indian and we kept all the same flavors and to a certain extent textures, and we kind of snackified it, or we kind of turned it into something that people in this country would totally understand. I mean, chips and salsa, chip and dip, chip and chutney, and making an authentic but approachable version of each of those chutneys. I was lucky enough to meet Anshu through a mutual friend, and it's been an exciting ride ever since. I don't know what else am I supposed to say.
Do you want to go to India?
Yeah.
When do you want to go? Do you want to go with Sivi and Mama?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to see India?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll go.
Far away.
Too far away? Yeah, it's really far away, but we have to go on an airplane. People are snacking in the US more than ever before that's been recorded, right? So it's a fact that we're snacking more than ever. And the opportunity that I saw was, look, we all like to go out and have like really ethnic food, right? We like to have sushi and Thai food, not just regular Thai food, regional Thai food and like northern Chinese food and all these really interesting cuisines. Yet when we go and grab a snack for whether we're going to eat it like in between classes if you're a college student or whether we're going to have it at our desk at work, right? It's pretty bland stuff, right? It's like your bags of chips. Yeah, they've gotten healthier, right? Ingredients are better, but it's mostly the same stuff. I think there's a big opportunity to bring more global culinary experiences into snacking. I felt myself becoming more and more disconnected with this part of the world. And especially when you look at your two daughters, I want them to know like where their dad came from. I want them to know like what their parents and grandparents' culture is and their ethnic roots, especially like in this crazy like political environment that we're in now. We don't have to get too much into that, but like, you know, I think now more than ever, like knowing your ethnic roots is important. At the same point, you look at India, it's going to be the most populated country in the world, right? It's going to surpass China. Here's a country with such a rich culinary tradition. Yet, you know, certainly in the US, Indian food is mostly represented as like, you know, your tikka masala, a plate of rice, naan, maybe like a saag paneer or something like that, a samosa. Most of the time, a poorly branded buffet style restaurant. That's how most people experience Indian food. It's delicious, but there isn't a lot of care put around branding and educating the consumer about these flavor experiences. There are certainly great cooks and chefs out there that are doing that in the restaurant world, but there isn't really a major Indian brand that anyone can really point to and say, hey, that's, you know, I love Indian food from this brand and that's sort of a national brand. It doesn't exist. So I think that's a huge opportunity to sort of build that first global brand that is inspired by these great culinary traditions of India. And I chose to focus on the street food or the street snacks of India and bringing out those flavors. Personally, because it was my memory of going to India in the summer, in those summer trips and really tasting all these different types of flavors. But I also think it's a large opportunity to bring these culinary experiences into convenient grab and go snack.